Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7L today. Got some more Guild Wars for you guys. Now before we begin, of course, the joke of the day from Icarus. I asked my neighbor if it was difficult cooking stir-fry in an open field. He said, no, it's a walk in the park. It's like, it comes off as like British. No, it's a walk in the park. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and find our first tower here. All three of the main towers are down. Stronghold is open, and I think we have a pretty strong case for using Spez today, and we're going to be attacking into a bunch of towers with Abyssal Euphine. So I think Spez is actually going to be a really fun unit into Abyssal Euphine, mostly because of the fact that he carries Extinction, and most Abyssal Euphines are running Holy Sacrifice right now, especially on defense teams in Arena and stuff like that. Even in RTA it's very common, so Destina is also paired very commonly with Abyssal Euphine, so Extinction units like Specimen Says are really, really nice. This is my Specimen Says, by the way. I finally fully reforged him. He was missing a helmet, so in the Spez RTA showcase you didn't really get to see him at his full power. He has a bunch of bulk, some good attack and crit damage here, a lot of damage, and he only needs 160, 170 speed is I think what most people are running. He doesn't need to be too fast because you just want to go and deal big damage with your S2, or you go and finish people off with your S3, so you want your other damage dealers to go before him. I found Moonlight Dreamblade, the extra attack buff is actually kind of nice, makes him a bit more self-sufficient. In that regard, if people attack him, you actually punish them by getting additional damage, right, on top of the attack buff there, so it's not terrible. I also have on A imprint here. And yeah, let's see what we got. We're also running Dragon King Sharoon into this team. Now, there's a Winter on the other side, so she might be able to stun us. And my Dragon King Sharoon is here on a counter-resist build with Celestine. She has a bit of effectiveness, bit of resistance. She needs a little bit of both. Opt to go for the lower end so I can have higher bulk. I don't think she should be built too squishy, because people are going to focus her down for sure whenever you draft her. Next up, we have Solitaria. She's just going to be a nice little support unit here to give us some control over the opponent's team. Fully reforged her too, by the way. I've been farming Wyvern non-stop this last week, and finally getting some units fully geared. So 270 speed is now my Solitary. She used to be about 250, so was a little bit slow before, but now she's pretty fast. Got some effectiveness, got some resistance as well, and a little bit of bulk to boot. For the bottom team, we got Ilanov, Karina, and Ocean Breeze Luluka. So into this team, I'm bringing a very bruisery team, but no healing, no support. Tywin's going to be the support hero here with the Cleansing and the Aureus, which is going to be quite nice. Infernal Kawazu is going to be here to kind of punish any AoEs that will potentially come out here from the other side. Ilanov has a AoE here with her S3, so we can get the Vigor buff, heal up, and probably nuke something like the Karina. My Kawazu actually got rebuilt here, so he's a bit stronger. He actually has higher attack now. It used to be 4k attack, but now it's closer to 4,500, which I do like. Alright, and then next up we have Remnant Violet. So my Rylet here is on Lifesteal and Penset, he's on Shepherd of the Hollow, and we're going to use him to kind of nuke down the Karina as well. I'm not really too concerned about the Ilanov, maybe those were famous last words, but yeah, let's go ahead and still attack it. Someone else is attacking right now, but that's perfectly fine. We should be able to take out the tower, which is the two of us here. And let's see what we got. Winter's gonna be going first, and that's okay. We can probably just finish off the Abyssal Euphine, although I don't want Shu to get... I kinda don't want Shu to get her immunity up. But I think it's best to just go for the Abyssal Euphine. She could potentially luck sack us on subsequent turns. I know Dragon King Sharoon could also stun with her S1, but it's best not to risk it here. Alright, so here we go. Winter's gonna stun me, and that's perfectly fine. We get hit for a bit of damage. There we go. And we do get Cascade, actually, which is kind of nice. So we do cleanse the stun. We could push everyone back with an AoE. I might as well do that. Abyssal Euphine's still stunned, so she can't counter here. Alright, so let's see if we actually hit. Ooh, no strip there. That's kind of bad, because now there's an anti-crit buff that's going to be coming out. But the good thing is Abyssal Euphine is unbuffable because it's a Solitaria. Okay, so now we should just be able to finish off the Abyssal Euphine. That's a lot of damage that he did to Spez. I think he actually hit the Spez, which kind of sucks. There you see the Holy Sacrifice proccing, but fortunately we are okay. Let's see if we can strip here with the extra attack. Please strip. Nice strip there. Good stuff. So I think what I'll do is I'll Soul Burn to go for the Shoe. Stun her. Right? Oh, RNL on Winter. That's disgusting. Right. What I'll do here is we'll go for the Shoe. We have to. There's no other unit we can go for. But I will S2 with Spez, so we can try to stun. And I also just want to see how much damage we can do. This should kill Winter, right? I'm pretty sure I can actually kill with an S3, but I just really want to see the S2 damage. Oh yeah, look at this. Kill the Winter. We get the Moonlight Dreamblade here, and on miss, Shu will actually not, she will not follow up with a Foosh. Okay, so she does go with the Foosh there. Thankfully, there's a Miss debuff on her, and let's see how much damage we do with a Spez. Just no, oh, no crit either. Shoot, almost 7k on no crit. That kind of sucks. That we didn't crit. I want to see how much damage you would have done, just to see, get a good gauge of when you can try to finish off your opponent, right? But let's go for an S1 on the Ilinov. Provoke her. Ocean Breeze Lilica's gonna cleanse anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We will go for the Karina here. Okay, ooh, actually, she is low resistance if we can burn with my 0 effectiveness Kawazu. That's pretty nice. Okay, we're gonna proc here, that's pretty good. And I think what I'll do is I'll just go straight into the Karina. Now, the unfortunate thing is Ocean Breeze Luluka is actually probably gonna strip my Kawazu here. Kind of bad timing. I thought his units were going to be faster. That Ilinov's actually quite slow. I thought she was going to be faster. Mine's built a bit faster, so I just kind of went off that assumption. But it seems like it was the wrong one to go off of, because now Ocean Breeze Luluka is going to be able to use her S2, and I think that'll strip my Kawazu, and that's not good for me. We also got our A Tywin's cleanse popped, so that's also not great. Actually, Tywin's dead, so that's not good at all. Can Rylet solo this? Uh-oh. Put ourselves in quite a predicament here. Oh, we got blinded. Alright, 50-50 shot. Can we actually hit the Karina? We gotta pop it here. I don't think we can afford to wait. Oh, we do miss! That is super unfortunate. Is Rylet gonna die? Oh, Rylet's gonna die too! Alright, I think, we're gonna forget that this happened, right? You didn't see anything. We can edit this out in post, right? Right? Alright guys, so for our second match, we're going to be going up against this tower down here, Jolly. They've actually attacked all 3 of our main forts just earlier today, so it's time to enact some revenge here for my comrades. We got ML Landy, C. Lilius, and Rimuru in the top teams. We're going to use an Ice Bait here. We're going to use Crow for the Rimuru. Just in case the Crow dies, I have him on Holy Sacrifice. Been testing him out on this to see if I like it or not. But yeah, that's going to be quite decent for us here, and we do have an extra provoke chance on his EE, so we can try to provoke things like C. Lilius, so my hand guy doesn't get dual attacked into oblivion by the Lilius. My Coward here is on Warhorn, and he does have an attack team imprint, which is going to be nice. I could definitely use something like ML Bologna here, but I opted to go for Carrot, because I want to give her a shot into ML Landy, see how many burns we can land, and see if she's still an effective unit into the Landy from time to time. She's also just going to be good against Rimuru in general, so we're seeing if this works out. If it doesn't, oh well, it's going to be a test. But speaking of tests down here, we're going to have Spez going in solo as a DPS against the Karina, the Abyssal Euphine, and the ML Shu. Now, the ML Shu is going to be targeting this Spez because he is light and she is dark, and the Abyssal Euphine we're going to try to knock out early as well. So my Arwell over here is 190 speed. I actually re-geared her a little bit. She actually has a little bit more effectiveness, dropped a bit of resistance, and she has a lot more bulk overall. She's on Adamant Shield to help out with the mitigation, and she's going to be quite nice for the team, I think, especially with Spez getting the barrier and the mitigation to help him survive. So this is my DDR. He is currently on Wondrous Potion Vial. He's pretty bulky on his build, 260 speed. I do like it quite a bit. And actually, before we go in, I'm going to take away the imprint here. Give it the team imprint for Arwell. It's going to help out quite a bit with Spez's bulk. So now let's see if we can do this. We're not sacrificing too much with Arwell there. Right, overall it's going to be more bulk for my team. Okay, so let's start. Sea Lily is going to pop off, and that's okay, because we actually get to cleanse with the Cowrick. Now the, okay, the issue here is the anti-crit that's going to be going on the other side, and the attack down, obviously, that's on my units. Rimuru is going to be able to... Oof, that actually hurt quite a bit. Okay, she's going to attack the Cowrick. Cowrick can go for, we could go for an attack down and get a barrier going, or I can cleanse, but if I cleanse, it's going to give them an attack buff, and I'd rather not do that. Unfortunately, no attack down there. Ooh, that's going to hurt quite a bit, but it's okay. Revenge Crow here, he should be alright. We do give them immunity, and let's go for a little defense buff, shall we? Hopefully they don't dual attack with, hopefully they don't dual attack with the Landy. He is going to analyze and steal the defense buff here. But Crow is going to be quite decent in terms of his damage. He's pretty low on health. He's not on Aureus, so he won't actually be... Ooh, let's turn cycle here. Get that attack buff. He's not on Aureus, so he's not going to be soaking up damage for the team. But all my units here are fairly tanky. Alright, we do get our... let's go for an S1 here. No slow. Okay, that's kind of bad. Let's go for an S1 here. Push up the Crow. Very nice. And then we can just S3 the Landy. She's about to get her S3, which is really unfortunate. So we have to kind of just pop Crow's S3 here. True damage will finish off the Landy. Very nice. And we'll get a nice little barrier to survive with as well. Now it's pretty much up to Carrot to finish this job. Unfortunately, we couldn't test Carrot into Landy as much as I really wanted to. But... it's because she didn't salvo, right? Normally, if you salvo into Carrot, you're going to get a bunch of burns. We can detonate those. Let's go for an S2 here. Strip those buffs. There we go. Now the attack down applies. Alright, and Lilius goes down too. Beautiful. Alright, I think we pretty much got this. Pretty fun little team here with Carrot as a kind of supporting DPS, right? Crow as a nuke, Carrot as a supporting kind of DPS, chipping away at my opponents. Alright, now this is the real test. I really want to see what happens here. So, Shu goes, that's okay. Nothing really happened there, which is kind of what you want. Let's go for an S3. Have a bunch of effectiveness on DDR now, as compared to before. I used to have about 50 to 70 effectiveness. Oh yeah, now that is what I'm talking about. Let's go for a push-up here. And unfortunately, we're going to have to try to stun somebody, but Spez is a little slow here, so I don't think he's going to be lapping anyone. We could just go for a stun on the Shu, that should be okay. And then we could try to stun Abyssal Euphine later with Spez's S2, right? So now that Shu is stunned, we can probably finish her off with the Spez. Or I can just S2 here, honestly. I could probably S2 and lap, right? Let's go for an S2. I know Karina still can go. Oh, look at that! Look at the damage from Spez. Oh my god. No, she resisted there. Okay, that's fine. Spez should be able to finish off this Abyssal Euphine. Yeah, let's go for this. Finish off the Abyssal Euphine. Alright, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Holy damage. No holy sack for my opponent there. Let's soul burn. Oh, no sleep! Oh, but nice, nice. We got it with the detonation. The venom damage is just too strong. Look at that! Spez with destruction set and pen set. Actually a legitimate strategy now. And it is super, super fun. Alright guys, last but not least, it's time for the Stronghold. Looks like my tower is actually being attacked right now too, so perfect timing. Let's attack this CS Hunter guy right here. And it looks like my guild is actually doing decently against this defense. So the first team we have Lilius, ML Landy, and Remnant Violet. So I'm going to bring in my Zeo. Zeo's going to be here to push back this Lilius. Also provides a book for the team in case I need some soul burning shenanigans. And the soul burning is mostly going to come in the form of Briarwitch Iceria. She's going to be in Guiding Light, and she's fairly fast, 230 speed, which means that if I push back this Fire Lilius, I should be taking the next turn with Briarwitch. And with that, if I can also silence the Fire Lilius, it'll be great. Lone Crescent Bellona is a little bit slower, but she's built on a ton of damage, and what she's going to do is come in, finish off the Rylet if he's not already dead, and she'll be able to one-tap this ML Landy as well, so that's going to be the goal. She's also pretty bulky, so she's kind of like an anchor to the team. Down here we have C. Lilius, Karina, and Fire Mercedes, and into this team we're going to be bringing in our Bunny Dom. Bunny Dom's going to help us out against the C. Lilius, kind of cleansing the attack down. That's the main thing I don't want on my team. This is my rear-geared Bunny Dom. She's on immunity, just for the knockwall matchup, and 260 speed I think is a pretty decent threshold to have on her, along with Doctor's Bag. We're going to bring in Solitaria too. Now I wanted to bring in Winter, trying to showcase Spez with different units, but Karina on the other team makes this a little bit risky, and because of the Stronghold I do want to win. So Solitaria is going to see another little showcase here, and of course our Specimen says. I think he's going to be good on this build here too. If he can just go ahead and eliminate the Karina with Solitaria stunning her and then Spez eliminating her, I think we'll be in a pretty good position. The Meru, I think we can probably one-shot with an S3 as long as we weaken her up just a little bit, right? So let's go for the Lilius here. The only issue I have with this team is that there's an anti-crit buff on the Rylet, so there's a chance that Briarwish doesn't crit here, which could actually be pretty bad for us, but let's go ahead and strip everything anyway. So even if we don't crit, it is fine. We'll get rid of all the buffs. There we go. Unbuffable and defense break here. He's gonna go for the Lone Crescent Bologna, which I think is okay. It's quite a bit of— oh shoot, actually that's not okay. That's not okay. That is not okay at all. Okay, let's go for the do we go for the Remnant Violet or do we go for the ML Landy? Oh shoot. Let's go for the Remnant Violet. There we go, because we should be able to kill and we should be able to lap here. There we go. So yeah, Zio gets the lap. Let's go for the Landy. Can we get a save here? Uh-oh. Don't you do it. Okay, good. He didn't do it, so we get to kill, and then go for the Lilius. Holy, we managed to salvage that. That is... that is scary. Okay, good. And we should actually be fine. There you go, Zio with some damage. So Bologna ended up being an anchor, a kind of a sacrificial anchor in that regard, but hey, she did her job, sort of. She allowed everyone else to live, at least. Okay, so Vigor buff for the Meru and Karina is actually a little bit scary, mostly because the fact that the Karina gets a little defense boost from the Vigor buff, and Meru gets a attack boost as well. So let's go ahead and stun the Karina. Let's push up the Spez. Let's give it an attack buff here, and we'll see how much damage he does with his S3. Right? Full penetration against this Karina. Let's go for it. Oh yeah, holy 71k damage, guys, that's insane. Alright, Skill Null is protecting the entire team, so we are looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and hit the C. Lilius. See if we can get a stun here, come on. No stun. A little blind on the Meru is going to help, though. That means if she hits Spez, she will actually never hit, because the blind plus our evasion makes him essentially untouchable here. Let's go for a hit here. Let's see if we can stun the Meru with Solitaria's extra attack. If we can, fantastic. Oh, we do get it. Oh, we do get it. Alright, it's a Spez moment again. We're gonna sleep that C. Lilius, buy us some time. There you go, an Extinction makes it so Meru can't come back here. Let's try to push back this C. Lilius just a little bit. Alright, got that stun, beautiful. Let's push up the Spez. Now look, even if the C. Lilius gets unstunned, which I do want her to do, I want to see how much damage Spez does against a non-stunned unit, right? We have an attack buff, assuming Moonlight Dreamblade had proc or something. And look at that, just 22k damage with an attack buff on Spez. That is pretty good, right? That is pretty good. So again, some random DPS unit. Let's say you got a third of their health or something down, Spez with this type of damage can clean up, and that Extinction is no joke. So yeah, anyway, let me know what you guys think of Spez in the comment section down below. He's one of the most fun characters in the game, in my opinion, and I'm so happy that he's finally actually starting to get some use, right? So with that being said though, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe for more Epic 7 content. And until next time, take care.